completed orders across both manufacturing and services. Also from the report says jobs were added at the fastest pace since the start of the last year, as increasingly confident companies took on more staff to meet high demand. Business growth expectations struck a 9-month high, and price pressures meanwhile moderated, especially in terms of selling price inflation, though input costs remain elevated and due principally to high energy prices.
All right, that was a whole bunch of nothing. All right, so...
And the report is on feed for you to read through.
What? Oh, it's a report. Okay, we don't really care that much. Honestly, I would like NQ to tap into the 5-minute gap. And I would be good to take shorts towards Asia lows. But I'm going to mark out the 79% Fibonacci on... Oops. Don't do that. Don't take my draw. We got the 50% mark. Not even a good setup. Really not a good setup. You saw $155 on the ground. Would you take it? I'm not taking it. Relative equal highs, relative equal highs. I just don't want to take it. Me, this is not worth it. But if you saw $155 on the ground, would you pick it up? Would you pick it up? If we can get a break somehow. I just don't like all these relative, like, this stop placement is horrendous. If you're gonna take this trade, which I wouldn't personally, it's not a protected high. You would have to put it somewhere here, and even then, I don't even like that either. That's not even that great of a setup. I mean, I just don't think it's worth it. This is a negative RR. Now you could have TP1 here, TP2 here. That's a better setup, but even then, it's just not a setup that I would prefer to take. Just because I feel like I'd much rather miss the move for something like this. Why does it keep moving left? Oh, that's why. I hate how I gotta like do this vertical setup on TikTok, and I have like split screen on my screen, so I don't know how I'm supposed to like show both of the thing. Maybe I'll do like ES on top, NQ on bottom. I don't know. But right now, I don't see much in the market. Really, nothing that is like calling my name. We did tap into the 5-minute equilibrium here, but and we're so close to Asia lows. That's just not something I want to take right now. Just because I really want NQ to go ahead and tap into the 5-minute gap here.
10 minutes to the top of the hour for viewers and some confidence flash. Forecast -16, prior -15, spot 9.
The reason why I have the Fibonacci extension up here is because if since ES is the more bullish index, if we get a candle closure on the 5-minute above the 0.786 range, that to me is like, okay, I'm going to stop looking for shorts on NQ and I'm going to wait for more confirmation. But right now, look at this choppy price action on the 1-minute. I don't want to say I told you guys, but I told you guys that we could just stay in the range. So I'm going to be patient right now. Brother, can you stop? Oh my god. I got to report all of you for spam. Like, I can't even read my own chat. Brother, get out of my fucking thing. Holy shit. I'm blocking all of you. Oh, confirm signals? Yeah, guess what? You're blocked. Guess what? You're blocked. How are you still in the chat? You're supposed to be... $77. Pick it up. Pick it up. There's the entry. There's the entry. There's the entry. Are you gonna take it to Asia lows? Are you gonna take it? Are you gonna take it? I'm not. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. At all. I don't like this. I don't like all these relative equal highs. There you go. You took it. Be in profit right now. And you would be in profit. Oh, no way we edge it. That's the setup if you took it. This is like an okay stop placement. It's still not great. You got the 5-minute gap, but I'm not taking that. That's too risky of a trade. I'm up on the week, so. How are you still? I need to like, how do you, oh, there you are. Stops would go to break even now. See if your $77 hits or we edge. You took that. Stop should go to break even. It'd be so funny if the market does exactly what I said it was going to do and edge take profits like this. Eight bars. Nah, I'm not in a trade. I was just
Nasdaq
marking
100 turning negative. S&P 500 pairs gains to 0.3%.
I looked at this trade. I was gonna take it, but towards Asia lows, I think it was like a clean setup. But for me, I just don't like all of these relative equal highs here, as well as the 5-minute gap that we had. I know ES has tapped into the 5-minute gap, so there you go. $77 would have hit. Like the thing is like it's not a bad setup, and honestly, we could go all the way down here, but for the amount I was risking for the reward, my stop placement would have been right here. So if I took this, I'd have to wait. I'd have to wait. Bro, like why can't y'all see? I would have to wait to take profit here. Stops would be at break even right now. I wouldn't have taken profit at these lows. Yeah, I know. ES had the 5-minute gap get top tier, or not the 5-minute gap, equilibrium. Yeah, I saw that. I was the only reason why I don't want to take long or shorts on ES since NQ is like the
I'm
more
just going to
bearish
the
index in my opinion, since it already
forecast -16 by -15.9.
since NQ has already taken out London lows. Like these are London lows of ES. We are already way below that on NQ, so I'd rather just wait. By the way, this 5-minute gap no longer matters. So I guess for now we're looking for longs. I'm being very patient today, and honestly, the short draw was not that bad of a take. You would have made the $77. I just didn't want to take the $77. Full transparency, wasn't my setup to take. So now we got relative equal highs right here. We look at the hourly time frame. We did tap into this gap, which is what I wanted. Yeah. No, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. I 100% agree, but I mean, it was free money. It was free money in my opinion. You take the setup. Now, I'm gonna be patient because we could possibly chop for the next rest of New York AM right now. We could. I don't want to foresee it and like put it out there, but I'm sitting on my hands. Like there's no reason for me to be even taking a trade right now. But yeah, now I'm looking for longs. Honestly, we had NQ take out Asia lows, which means we are forming a high time frame bullish SMT. We have ES here that hasn't even taken out London though. So because we have this high time frame bullish SMT, we are also maintaining hourly bullish order flow on ES as well as having these relative equal highs. And this is like in my opinion as well, high resistance liquidity right here, high resistance. So we could be in for some longs towards the latter half of this session, but there's no point. I wouldn't take shorts. I wouldn't take shorts again towards, even though like there's so many draws of liquidity to the downside here. I just 10 a.m. could give us that push up. Owl's 10 a.m. strat. So even though I don't really know what that is, but yeah. Right now, sitting on my hands, you could say I missed the move for the day if we went ahead and go all the way here, but I would much rather not take that setup than, I mean, I would have been break even anyways had I took this, right? We would have took it. I just want to mark out the trade that I would have took here. Yeah. Or no. You would have took it right here. All right, so we would have took it here. Yeah, we would have been break even. Stops would have been here. As soon as this line would have got hit, as soon as Asia lows hit right here.
Iranian Navy commander, speaking to Arab News, says the enemy will not be allowed to approach Iranian soil.
So I mean, it wasn't a trade. It wasn't that big of a trade. I would have been break even. So honestly, I'd rather not take that type of trade. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see if this bullish SMT holds.
1 minute to go until we get the Eurozone consumer confidence data.
Let's predict the 10 a.m. candle open. We bull run. We bull run. We bull run. I have a feeling. I can predict the future, and that's what I predict. We're going to bull run, market open, or 10 a.m. open. I gotta piss. I'll be back.
10 seconds. Still waiting.
I just find it so funny that even on Instagram, people love the OPEX TikTok I made. People love me talking about it as if I was in a trade. You're banned. Gold, sell now. TP and stop loss in the bio. Brother, shut your ass up. You don't know anything. I'm just like handing out blocks, handing out that stuff. Like, oh, what do you know? 10 a.m. Right? This was a 10 a.m. open? Yep. Bull run. Who could have predicted that? All right, so now that ES is technically maintaining bullish order flow as we tapped into this hourly gap right here, even though NQ is like significantly beneath it. Longs look good. Longs will be looking good if we can find an entry. Longs will be looking good, but I don't know, I just have a little tingly sense that we might just chop the rest of the session. I have a little tingly sense. Why? OPEX, right? On top of that, we just took out Asia lows on NQ. So watch if we start to chop
minus
within
15.5, minus 15.5.
with a range like
Final
this.
forecast of minus 16.
I'm not a genius. I don't know what I'm doing. This is not financial advice, but this is what I see. We could just chop within this range, honestly. I'm forecasting possible chop, so be careful. Be careful. We just got an extension move down, so. Yeah, crypto looks good, guys. One thing I will say is I'm not, even though I'm not a crazy crypto guy, is if there's one time to like try to figure it out, you should figure it out within the next few weeks. This week was a great crypto run. I personally don't believe the bottom's in yet, or the bottom has been in yet for Bitcoin, but I do think we're gonna get a retrace before we actually start this bull run. As even though we are at 76 or basically 77,000 right now, I think this is just a euphoric. So people are going to enter long right here, and then it'll probably dip for a little bit until October, November, and then we'll start the bull run beginning like middle of November. That's my thesis. Looking at like the historical data of like what happens. Now I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm long, and I learned from the last time we were. I mean, I've been holding Bitcoins. My average cost in 95,000 Bitcoin. 90 when Bitcoin was at 95,000. So we learned our lesson. We have been averaging costing in, so that's that. I also bought Solana at the top. I basically tick Solana. Uh, and then I was also top ticking Ethereum. I think I bought Ethereum when it was close to 3K. So I'm completely out of those positions. I've entered new positions basically at these lows that we are at. I think either way, within the next 6 to 12 months, if you enter long on the top three, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, like you're probably not guaranteed to make money, but I have a feeling at the end of the 6 to 12 months, you'll be up if you enter long here. I think it's like a safe bet, even if we go lower a little bit for September, October. Um, but yeah, right now the market is giving us absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. We do have this nice cap right here, which did form the 15-minute. So yeah, I just don't really want to take shorts again after we just took out Asia lows, even though these are like really good draws of liquidity. We had the 4-hour retracement, but I mean, this is high resistance liquidity. We took out these high time frame draws, and we're just in this big imbalance price range. So I honestly don't see us going much lower. I'd rather take longs today. I'd rather wait for longs if we can get that. Longs towards these relative equal highs right here. Yeah. This looks good for longs. As long as we can find an entry, that'd be great. I mean, technically, we're in bullish 4-hour. We inverse the 4-hour gap here. We got a retracement into equilibrium, and then yeah, like this is we have a high time frame bullish SMT, so I'm gonna be waiting for longs. I believe in longs. It's just a matter of does the setup present itself. But right now it looks like we're starting to get some movement on both indexes, which is good. Good to see. We can break structure on both indexes, that'd be perfect, and then we can go ahead and long that bit. Long that bit. But if we just sweep it out, go back lower, I'm honestly going to lock myself out of one of the accounts if we just go back and forth. Just to be a little risk off, I'm not risking on two accounts. I have I have three Lucid 50Ks, and then, or I have three Flex 50Ks on Lucid, and then two 50K Pro accounts. So I'm trading the two Pro accounts, trying to get those to a payout. What time frame? This is the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, sorry. I just have to like zoom in, but I'm also split screen. I'm seeing ES and NQ at the same time. Yeah, let's see if we start chopping within a range like this. Because honestly, I would not be surprised. I wish I could like refresh the chat because I can't see a damn thing. Can you do that here? I'm guessing you're looking at for an SMT. I started 2 months ago. How long do you wait till you go into a trade? Yeah. Um, the way that I trade, I don't like to trade the first 15 minutes of market
Russia's
open.
Urals crude flips back to premium versus Brent in Indian high demand and tight supply on sources.
Thank you. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I don't like to trade until 9:45, so I wait for the first 15 minutes. I've been trying to watch the order block 50 minutes, then I watch for confluence. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to tell you that what you're doing is wrong. We all trade differently, so like the setup that I see can be completely different from what you see. Um, but yeah, I typically wait at least 15 minutes before looking to enter. That's I don't know. I think from 9:30 a.m. to at least 9:40 is like a manipulation period where the market just has volatility. It's going to take out low. It's going to wick certain parts of the market out, and then from there, like that's that. But yeah, honestly, I'm looking for high time frame sweep of liquidity, which is what we just got here. We have NQ sweep out Asia lows. Then I'm looking for ideally an SMT, which is what we have right now. We have a bullish SMT from Asia lows from Asia lows. So ES is leading the pack on that SMT. From there, I'm just looking for a 5-minute like change in order flow. This could be a break of structure or inverse fair value gap, and then I'm looking for a 5-minute continuation. This is equilibrium or a fair value gap being tapped. And then I'm just looking confirmation from both indexes on the 1-minute time frame that we're going to continue in that direction. 1-minute break of structure, 1-minute inverse for value gap. And I always wait for confirmation on the 1-minute time frame from both indexes so that I know, great, both indexes are telling me, yeah, yeah. I agree, Gio. Like, I don't know, people don't like his strategy. It's like very simple. It's like I've made money from it. I know a lot of other people who have, and people shit on it so much saying, "Oh, like alpha decay, alpha this." But like if you look at what people are trading right now, OTE, right? That's just entering, that's literally just another word for entering in a discount. So like OTE of the range is just entering in a discount versus entering in a premium, which is what TJR has literally talked about on his like strategy videos so many times, where it's like past the 50% mark range. I've been using ITT. Yeah, TJR's people hate, but it's been good so far as long as you can stick to it. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like but the thing that I also like about trading is like you don't need to trade TJR strategy. Like people shitting on his strategy when he comes in here and like yeah. I agree, Gio. This is looking like some chop fest. I don't want to say that I called it, but I called it. I'm gonna wait till at least 10:30. That's like if the market is looking probable still at 10:30 that we might get a setup, I'll stay on. If not, like I'm off at 10:30. That's my cutoff. Even though technically I'd get off at 11, but yeah, it's a Friday, OPEX Friday. I told you guys this would probably happen. So, how long into trading did it take until you stuck with one strat? I mean, I've been only doing one strat for a while. It's just I started with TJR strat, but it's like when you're still learning how to trade, there are some times where you're entering when the strategy isn't like necessarily always there. Like you're missing one confluence, you're getting impatient. So that's like kind of what happened at the beginning was I was entering prematurely. I was entering and making it a lot more complicated than it had. So as I've gone on this, as we're closing, as 2 years is starting to approach, in January, like I've simplified it so much more to where okay, great. That's my setup. I'm taking this 10 out of 10 times, regardless of what I think is going to happen. So, you see movement going sideways after that dip. Is that what consolidation is, or what's that called? Yeah, I mean, there's like the thing with trading too. There's so many. We like to call so many things. It's all the same thing, right? You can call this
According to
accumulation.
Al Arabiya, Saudi Energy and Finance Ministers meet Iraqi oil finance ministers in Riyadh.
You can call it accumulation. You can call it consolidation. But yeah, typically when the market makes like draw it out. Where's our brush? So, for example, if we get a move down, like a big move, usually, and we take out some like lows that are right here, usually what follows is some chop before we either manipulate again and then start the rotation back up, or we um or we'll get a or like consolidation, manipulate back up, and then go lower. So like the market does not just always move in a V shape. We take out draws. The market does not always move in V shape where we'll take out these lows and then we'll just completely rip up. That's like sometimes it happens, sometimes it's not, but yeah, I agree. But I think that's like what he's talked about, that he'll take like a LeBron fadeaway jumper like from half court and he'll hit it because he's been in the market for however long he's done. So I get why he does that, but when it comes to like learning trading and like if you don't have that much market experience, it makes sense. It makes sense why like I wouldn't want to like you can like see why he gets hate or whatever for that. But yeah, it looks like I don't want to say I called it, guys, but it looks like I started with TJR, but recently I've been staring at the charts for hours just watching. And that's the thing, like finding like going to someone who has like a strategy is great and you can learn it, learn all the confluences, but at the end of the day, like make it your own. Make it like how you see the markets. We all see the market differently. We all understand confluences better or worse. And like my strategy is, even though it's like off the basis of what TJR does, I trade slightly differently. Like he doesn't move stops to break even at all until his TP1 is hit. I'm moving stops to break even immediately just because I'm on like funded accounts. I want to protect capital as much as possible. So that's what I do is I move stops to break even at like points where I think the market could potentially reverse off of. It's been doing me really well. But like, yeah, like find a strategy off of a mentor, use it, like back test it, live test it, like do funded accounts on it, see like what's been working, what hasn't, and then based off of that data, like make minute changes of like, okay, what are you gonna do? How can we make this better? How can I make this make more sense to me? Like you want to simplify it for yourself, because again, like TJR, it's his strategy, so you want to make your own strategy. So that's just like what it is. And I still watch him. I still like to see what setup did he take for that day, because more often than not, I'm taking very similar setups to him. Like my entry points, it's just my stop loss or my take profits might be slightly different from him. But yeah, find a strategy that you like, and if there's things that you can improve that you don't like about that strategy, take it out. Like, yeah, I I hopped off. Hopefully you can get some movement. Yeah, but I think I'm done. Can't wait to see your recap vid. Yeah, appreciate you, Gio, for popping back in. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to say I called today, but I called today. So we'll see what the people said after. I literally talked about this before I went to bed. But yeah, you have a good day, man. We'll see. I'll see you next week. Hopefully we get some good price action for the end of August to get us back in. But I agree, for one of my things, I'm gonna go lock myself out of one of my accounts just so I don't do anything stupid, because the way this market is looking, there's no reason to be risk heavy. Really just come on here and yap to you guys. Yeah, Forex Factory. Let's see what we got next week. Oh, what is this? Benchmark payrolls revision. Looks like a decent. How do I know when to enter? When my strategy presents itself? Like, that's literally what it is. If I don't see my strategy present itself, I'm not entering. Like, the reason why a lot of people will end up blowing accounts, will end up, you know, because you'll backtest a strategy, right? And that strategy will show you during your backtesting stats, okay, like, yeah, Jackson Hole might be cooked. But do you enter when you already see an uptrend, or do you need to see a reversal? No, I like, it's my strategy. Like, I don't know how else to tell you. Like, if I see my 5 minute break of structure or an inverse fair value gap, I find a 5 minute equilibrium, and then it's based off of candle closures. If I see the candle closure for what I want to see, I'll take it. If not, like, no trades. Probably only, yeah, Jackson Hole will be cooked. Probably only Monday through Friday, Monday through Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, Monday should be fine, but it is a no news Monday, and I've gotten cooked on a Monday, so I'm gonna be risk off on Monday, like, actually. Tuesday, 10 a.m. CBA consumer confidence, that should be fine. Wednesday, this is all during 8:30 a.m. Unless this move is too drastic, I think we'll be good. Um, yeah, Thursday, Jackson Hole, Sim. We'll see how that goes. And then 10 a.m. Friday. This Friday could be interesting. I'm still open to trade on Friday, but I'm gonna have this speech online. So it'll be interesting next week to end off August. Um, we do have technically the 31st Monday, but yeah, we'll see what happens. And you enter off limit and stop orders or market price? Market price, market price. I usually always do market orders. Um, yeah. 2 months in, just trying to learn. This is the first thing I've generally enjoyed learning. Yeah, I mean, I don't wanna be a Debbie Downer, but like, learning is great. You gotta get into the market. You gotta, even if it's just paper trading, like, you're gonna learn the most when you're actually trading. It's easy to understand a confluence, but you're gonna go through ups and downs, man. Like, I don't even I can't even count the amount of times that I've genuinely I can't even count the amount of times I've just genuinely questioned myself. Last month I blew like 10 fundeds. Actually, not 10. It was like 7, but that was like it's like at a certain point you just become numb to it. Like the market does not surprise you anymore, especially with these Trump markets, Trump tweets like Iran war, missing take profits by a singular point. Like that, there's just things that just happen like that. But anyways, I locked myself out on one of the accounts. So if we are to take a trade within the next, this looks like garbage, honestly. I mean, yeah, you take the setup here, would have been stopped out at break even. I wasn't gonna go ahead and take that. And you see, that's the thing too, is one of the things that I've learned about trading is I want to take good losses. Like that's my goal, is to take good losses. Did I follow my strategy? Did I follow my risk management? Did I like do everything that I was supposed to a T? And if I still lost, okay, I can sit with that. It's those losses that you know you just entered based off of whatever emotional or instinctive thing that you thought was going to happen and you lose. Those ones hurt the most, and those ones have caused me to crash out so much, like so much. And I've just learned my lesson. Like my goal is to like if there's one thing that I try to do every single day, it is follow my strategy. Like it doesn't matter if I lose, if I win, I am trying to follow my strategy to the T. And when I've like even if I take a loss, I'll be upset, but I make it physically impossible for me to fail because there have been times where I'll take a loss and it's a good loss, but I'll try to get my get back and I'll try to enter the market again. So I've made it so impossible for me to fail. I have set my daily loss limits at one trade per day. I can only risk $250 per account per day. And like if I lose $250, I literally cannot trade. My accounts are locked. I also manually lock myself out when I'm done trading because there were tendencies where I would open the charts during Asia session and try to take a trade then. Like making it physically impossible for me to fail is what has just helped me progress so much more. So it always gets you. Yeah. I've had like there's times where it's like okay, you can actually like take a second setup when you're in the right mindset, but it really just takes one chink in the armor, one like crack in your armor where you don't follow your rules, you break your rules, and then it's just an avalanche. And that's what I've learned is if I can prevent the single event of that break in the armor, that crack from happening by setting my own daily loss limits, by manually locking out, at least I could prevent those avalanches of just losing my accounts like that. Um, so wonder what did we get here? I love how I literally said we will get choppy price action today, and that's quite literally what we are getting right now. Quite literally. Look at this. This is probably once you find all your conferences before setup, do you just trade in the buys direction though? Um like obviously there needs to be some like my setup comes around so many times, but there's like a few different things about like which direction I want to go. So for me, it's just understanding what are the draws of liquidity, or basically where do I think the market is going to go on the high time frame. And so that's what all of these lines are for me. These are possible like high time frames. So hourly lows, 4 hour lows. These are like my draws of liquidity that I think the market is going to go into. And so I see, okay, which ones do I think are the most probable, and based off of what the market is doing, where we might go next. So after my strategy presents itself in the direction that I think it's going to go towards one of these draws of liquidity, whether it's these lines right here or these lines up here, then it's like, all right, strategy present itself, we're gonna enter off of that, and then from there, just like minor things like stop loss placement. Where you're going to put your stop loss so that it's protected, so that you're not going to get wicked out accidentally, and then market goes ahead and goes all the way to your take profit. So like these are all the things that you're going to learn throughout the time. But yeah, I do tend to have a bias coming into the day, but I don't try to only say, okay, I only want longs today or I only want shorts today, because the market is going to do what the market wants to do. So it's a little bit discretionary of like where I think the market's going to go, but it's also, you know, it's discretionary a little bit when it comes towards which direction, but my strategy, like in terms of like what the strategy is, the getting wicked out and then reversal into my original TP is what kept happening to me. And so maybe maybe you should wait, like, okay, if the market tends to do that, let me wait for that wick out before I enter and then go to the take profit, right? So for example, if, let me delete this. If you entered like, let's say you entered right there, you entered short right there, and your take profit was here, and maybe your stop loss was like right around here. You get wicked out right here, right? But the market probably would go all the way down here. So if instead of you entering all the way down here, right, wait for, this is why I wait for a 5-minute continuation. Wait for us to get a little retracement. So instead, your entry's up here ish. Your entry's like right around here. Your stop is still here. So now you don't get wicked out. You don't get your stop loss hit before the market has an opportunity to actually go down. So you actually give the market a little opportunity to run, but you're also not basically entering, and then the market hasn't even given you like a pullback. Because like ideally the market moves. Where's my thing? Oh, this. The market usually moves in like that, right? So instead of entering at the low, enter when we get a slight retracement, so then you can catch some of the move down, right? That's like the basis of how my strategy is. If you look at it from a like pattern recognition, I'm not entering on this low right here, right? I'm entering ideally right around here. So you see this, if I took this type of trade, which I did mark this out, I was thinking about taking it. My stops are already at break even once we push past this 5-minute low right here. Right? Would have got stopped out at break even, but like that's the basis of it. To the last previous high. So like you're saying stop loss here. I have done that in the past. Now what the thing that I've learned about, and like this is how I started trading, I would always put my stop loss at the previous 5-minute high, which is great. You have so much room for the market to run. So like it could do all of this and then go to your take profit. But I've been trying to focus on a little bit better RR, so risk to reward, which this is not bad. 1 to 1.55 is not bad at all. But I've been able to find a little bit more precise stop loss placement. So like if I were to take this a second stab at shorts, I would probably take it around, let me find the 1-minute entry. I probably would have taken it right here, and stop placement would have gone right here, right? So we have a 2.59 versus a 1.55. And the reason why I'm okay putting stops above here is because we just swept out like low resistance, low time frame liquidity, 5-minute high right here. So because this is technically a protected high, which is like happens after you take out liquidity, and if the market were to reverse, it's not going to respect this range. We're going to push past this. So it's like, okay, I wanted to be out of this position if the market went above here. So if the market went ahead and we went back up here, I'd be okay with getting stopped out here, because that means, okay, the direction of the market was not correct. I was wrong for the direction. So, but yeah, if you're this is what you just talked about, the 5-minute high right here. Yeah, this is how I used to trade. I used to trade this, put the stops all the way here. I had a decent win rate, but like I wasn't making not like I wasn't making any money, but I wanted to be able to get better RR. So like tailored that in. And so through back testing, I figured out how can I put stop loss in a better position to where it's not that, but yeah, it's 10:30. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even want to trade anymore today. I don't even want to trade. There's zero. I kind of told you guys this was gonna happen. Did I not just say OPEX Friday, be careful, we could chop, and that's what we've done for the past half an hour. The past half an hour I've sat here. I've been sitting on my hands. You guys have been giving me something to talk about, so I'm not over here just throwing trades. And this is the problem. People will take an initial short, they'll probably get stopped out, and then they'll keep trying to enter based off of the 1 minute time frame. Like, what are you supposed to trade? How are you supposed to trade this? You can't. You literally can't. These are like the things you have to have a checklist. People always have a checklist of, okay, I see this, this, and this, I'm going to enter a trade. But do you have the opposite? Do you have a checklist of, okay, this is happening in the market, that's a reason why I shouldn't be trading today, this is also happening, I shouldn't have. What? I'm literally on live. What do you mean? All right, anyways, like the market's chopping on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, I'm not gonna trade for the day. Oh, my draws of liquidity are already taken out for the day. Great. Another reason why I shouldn't trade. Oh, the indexes are not even correlated whatsoever. Yeah, I'm not gonna trade. Like, these are like things that you should have. It's a checklist, a mental checklist of reasons why you shouldn't be trading. Like right now, we are getting possibly every single reason why I shouldn't be trading right now. Market opens, we go ahead and we dump towards my draws of liquidity here, right? Now, we're also chopping on the 5-minute time frame. We've gone absolutely nowhere within the past 30 minutes on both indexes. On top of that, the indexes are not even right. That's what I'm saying. Like forcing trades when the market doesn't even have like clear direction. Why would like and I used to just enter trades. I used to just want to like I would come into the market every single day. It's like, okay, I want to take a trade today. I need to take a trade today. Like I want to make money. I want to do this. And it's like less is more. You don't always need to take a trade per day. There are weeks where I only take one trade during that week because simply the market is just not there. So like even this market right here is showing me two different things. We are technically bullish on the 5-minute with ES. But you look at NQ, guess what? We're bearish. We're still bearish. We are still maintaining this 5-minute gap. So like there's absolutely no reason for me to be even trading this type of price action when again, see look, why would I enter? Like why would I want to enter? And taking a short setup here after we just took out Asia lows, after we have these relative equal highs right here makes 0 sense. I could enter a trade right here. This is technically the setup to go short right here. This is technically the setup, but where are you going to put your stop placement? Like when we have stacked highs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 stacked highs, which the market tends to just take out in one singular candle, which means my stop placement has to be all the way up here. And this is what the trade idea would look like. Up here is a 1-minute protected high. It's like the end of the run for this low resistance liquidity. But that just doesn't make sense. And some people will put their stop loss placement right here. And you know what? Guess what? relative equal movement in highs. It, like it's too risky of a trade to be able to take that. In my opinion, it's just too risky. Oh, Esther Jason, guess what? You're banned. Oh, you have a 99% sure signal? Guess what? You're banned. Oh, you have a gold buy now? Guess what? You're banned. I'm throwing bans out like left and right. Anyways, I think this is telling me to hop off for the day. Technically 11 a.m. is my cutoff, but the market does not even show me anything. So that's gonna be it all for me, guys. Just I don't see a reason to be even in the market. I mean, look at this. Does this not look like this does not look like okay, we have a lower low, then a lower high, then a lower low, then a lower high. It's just not trending.
Israel's PM Netanyahu says Israel will continue to act forcefully against Turkey's attempts to disrupt stability in the region.
See, now we're showcasing. Oh, what happened to my these lows? Not what we had here. See, now we're starting to show a little bit of movement, but like I still really don't like this trade. I really don't like it. I just don't think it's probable. Anyways, I gotta piss. I'll be back. What did I tell you? I think yeah, I'm hopping off. There's no reason to trade this. Let me go on to trade evade and lock my accounts. There's no reason to trade at all. I mean, absolutely no reason. I don't even want to do this. Just lock my accounts out. There we go. We're locked out. Physically impossible for me to fail now. Rick's replay. 5. Have I been profitable so far? Hold on, guys.